Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the canyon. Welcome back to yet another, because we must catch them all. Remember, welcome back to another installment in the Quickview series. And this one is that which upon which hopes and dreams are pinned, because we have tested so much bad things. Today amongst days, I feel almost positive about something, because we're about here to unbag another one from Louise. The Sixgear 1.9, super soft. The 3370, the Louise Sixgear. One of Louise's new trio, the Sixgear, the Gravelstage, the Enduro. As of this recording, I still can't find the Enduro. But here we've got the Sixgear. And why do I feel as positive as I do about the Sixgear? Well, Louise makes the Champ, which is the Duratrex Deepwoods, which is one of my favorite tires of all time. And then we have to go along with that the pattern of the Sixgear, which is incredibly evocative. Not only that, notice the sipe lines. Okay, now follow me if you will. This is a cut and siped canyon trail. Try to tell me you do not see an overwhelming familial resemblance there. The Louise Sixgear is a cut and siped canyon trail, and a cut and siped canyon trail is a thing of beauty and wonder. So please, Louise 3370s, be good for us. Like the Gravelstage, comes with a single stage, crazy crawler style foam, which I believe is too big and too wide. So I have a little stack of them over here. I think they could work in a lot of applications, but look at how normal that tire looks now with that Gigano foam pulled out. Here is this is a Mickey Thompson MTZ from RC4 Drive. It's like basically the same size. So it turns it into a normal size tire. And if it can turn it into a normal size tire, we should also point out no ribbing, no belting. Fairly decent lip. It's got a good shape to it. It doesn't have the hard inner edge that we see on some tires. It's a little soft on that lip. But because it is that size, and it is that width, and it is that height, Canyon Custom, 2 wraps of fridge foam around a Tim Tin inner. And what does it do? You know exactly what it does. It fits perfectly inside of a Sixgear. And if it performs well inside of a Sixgear, then everything is right with the world. Because that is my favorite type of insert overall, because they are as close as one can possibly approximate to universal. They're not picky about the weight of the vehicle. There is probably safely on a Crawler Canyon Custom Soft 2 wraps of fridge foam around a solid closed cell foam inner. There is probably 2.5, 3 pounds of weight change you could make and not harm the performance of the insert. They're reasonably resistant to being watered. Bubble juice, because again, that bead with that kind of just rounded off lip, not squared off, you put a little bubble juice on there and it just drops right in. Pro tip, bubble one side, insert, then bubble the other side, because when you press it down, it tends to collapse the beads into the ring. We get this guy down, pops right in, get it to line up. I had 0 problems mounting the other 75% of these, and I don't anticipate any problems right now. As I said, it doesn't have that sharp edge on the inner lip, but it is a good bead. It's got a nice amount of flat to it, because Louise molds almost what looks like a bead protector onto the rim. So once I clear the bubble juice off, you'll be able to see it a little better. So there's a little flat lip of rubber that goes outside the beadlock ring. And when tires are molded that way, it just makes them easier to mount. See, it's got that lip, and then on the front, we've got that perfect, like, look how clean. So clean. 2 holes, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock position, 4mm punch. It's just bubble juice, guys. It's the stuff you blow bubbles with. These have so much mold release in them, you're never blowing bubbles with that. But we are willing to sacrifice. I bought that container of bubble juice over 10 years ago. I think a bubble juice lasts you a long, long, long time. Louise Sixgear, 122. You know what 122 is? That is a true 475, which means baseline is going to have a slightly bit easier of a day because it's that 1/10 of an inch of additional clearance. 122 by 48. 48 is 1 7/8, approximately 1.875. Sidewall says 4.7 by 1.8, 1.9 wheel. Close enough as to be accurate. I mean, certainly within 90%. There's our gentleman. This is a tire that you cannot, no. You cannot say, hey, flip it around and run it the other way. Because this is the deluxe iron rock of canyon trails. Yes, it's not a real tire, so that doesn't help you out if your ruling body says it must be a replica. The deluxe iron rock is one of my favorite tires because it's a homologation tire. Not because of the way it performs, but because they wanted to run a Tennessee cut swamper in competition, and you can't run cut tires in swamp competitions, so they made a cut tire and then molded a cut tire. Iron rock, acceptable in competition. So if you had a place where cut canyon trails work great, but you can't run cut canyon trails, you should theoretically be able to run these. That is provided that they do not disappoint. And based on prior experience with Louise, I do not think that they will. My hopes are unnecessarily high. If this tire scores under a 96, I'm going to be very upset. I'm going to be upset with everything. I'm going to be upset with the industry, with technology, with my choice of hobby, with the trajectory my life has taken. These need to do the things. It is a cut canyon trail, fresh out of the bag, which fits perfectly around a canyon custom insert. I want these to be very good. I have a dream of 97s. I will settle for a 96 and no lower. And what that means is this. It means that odds of this getting a 96 even are extremely low because I am going to judge this tire as strictly and as harshly as I have ever judged a tire before. Louise, this is that make or break moment for Louise. I know. That's a lot to put on the shoulders of one tire. I love the Deep Woods. Which is the champ. Fantastic. I like a lot of Louise tires. I love the Mallet, the Pivot, which was Duratrax, but same. My hopes are too high, and I make defined efforts not to get hopes high. But the Sixgear is a dang cut canyon trail. And you've got a lot to live up to because I am a man who owns like 8 sets of canyon trails. Oh, geez, I forgot about the 2.2s. If we include 2.2s, I own like at least a dozen sets of canyon trails. It is one of my favorite tires. Louise Sixgear, you're now headed to the Class 2 tire test protocol, and you have got an immense hill to climb. The background that certainly no one asked for. As you may or may not know, we record here in session. We don't come out and record one video. We instead record as many as the malevolent heat orb will allow. 70, 21, 70, 70, 70. These are excellent conditions. This is the final video of this recording session, because within another hour, the sun will have breached fully up over the course and it will be too hot to record. Both for the tires, the cameras, and any human or human adjacent that is involved. That said, the Sixgear, as was mentioned in its intro, has so much riding on it. It's a cut canyon trail. I don't know if I have ever wanted a tire to be good as much as I want this tire to be good. So I am filled with the utmost intrepidation as we pull onto slick rock. Thank God. Praise Him. Praise Him, for He is good. It was touch and go, guys. Ooh. Thank the very heavens. Sixgear, do your thing. I don't know what it is that's getting us to where we're getting. I've adjusted the endpoints multiple times during the recent tire tests that have been going on, and we can get so far into the lock right there. That is not an acceptable amount of wheel throw to that side. We're gonna blow a universal apart. I don't know why we can turn so sharp. Oh, get it! Get it! Okay. Shake it off. Shake it off. Yeah. Come on. You're doing the things. Sixgear. Hopes. High. Hopes. Meeting. 9.7. How long is it? I feel like the beams of the sun are breaking through and they're shining warm upon my face. How long since we gave anything a 9.7? 9.7 at Slick Rock. It's a cut canyon trail. Please stay consistent, please. I'm trying not to get carried away. I'm getting carried away. We've seen one obstacle. Bumper. There, bumper's out. Don't let me down. Don't let me down again. Stay in. Oi, little hop. Responsive to different inputs with the throttle. Swings it around nice. Zero hesitation. Comes down across the bottom. Tiny micro slip down at the bottom. Absolutely consistent across the top. Take into consideration, please, these that are fitted with Crawler Canyon custom softs. Are you doing it? Are you coming from my boy? Sixgear? Are you taking a run at the champ? Are you trying to unseat the Deep Woods as my favorite? That's precise. Oh, dang it. 9.7 for a minute, for just a fleeting moment. I had a 9.8 in my head. I was like, 9.8. 9.7 doubled. 0.6 net reduction against my own better judgment. You know, I feel like I feel hopeful. That's not a thing. It's not what we do. It's always bad, you know? Show me. It's not bad at all. In between the last obstacle and here, I reset the endpoints again. I took about 5% off of the throw to that side, and it seems better now. Because what was happening is, I'm blind. I got grilled. What was happening was, can you stay in? Yeah, you can. What was happening was, I didn't notice it. I was noticing at higher levels of throttle when I was doing things like trying to self-right. It was locking the universal. Slipper, 100% saving us. It was locking that universal, and I wouldn't notice it. Like if we're full lock like this and I apply this tiny amount of throttle, if that U-joint is locked, we're gonna flip, roll, slide. We're gonna do something before I've noticed that it's locked. So, and now I can go full lock and turn, and we've got the road grader steering here on baseline. Caster flip, shout out caster flip. See, I can get nose way over. That's too far. We're too far nose. Now, as that comes off, it's going to want to flop out on me. Front is rising. Front is rising. There you go. The fact that, ignore the roll. The fact that I can tell exactly what's happening is why we're just floating on the ephemeral, the ethereal breeze of just a constant tide of 9.7s. Our friendly local forest spirit, how are you doing today? I don't mean to give you a spooking. This is Baseline. He works here. He didn't go far. He's just off to one side. He's just watching. Get it. Pull 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 it. Oh, he's getting curious. Look at the legs. Like, cat's all leg. Okay, you're gonna have to show me something fantasticular on this other side. That dead pull up over the ledge was not, is he just out of frame? Hey, a dead pull was not what I had hoped. Ooh. Oh, very. And then it cycles back the other way. Again, at some point, we're going to have to do a cumulative roundup, because I would go above 97 for pulling the L with no bump. Because what does the bump look like? Yep. Coming across. Oh, they're so fine. Oh, show me a descent. Oh, man. Gee. As the youth would say. Sheesh. That, oh. Sixgear, you are saving my soul, because we have been just wallowing in the awful. In the awful, in the ungloriously mediocre. This is, unless some catastrophe befalls, maybe it is the luck of the spirit of the forest who has taken up position right over there. Hey, buddy. Psst, 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 psst. Do you do the psst, 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 psst? Nope. He might not be a cat. I think he's the spirit of the forest. It may be the luck of the spirit of the forest, because it's been a long, long time. We're going to stay on a steady diet of 97s. I will make some point adjustment if necessary when we get to the end. I haven't seen anything below a 97, but I feel like at least that aspect of the face, give it a little, at least half a point there. We will adjust what I feel accordingly. What I feel to be according, we will adjust appropriately. At this point, I feel like the Sixgear understands the mission. Pull. Yeah, I still can't tell what that squeak is based on. Bumper, bumper. It's like an excellent canyon trail. Oh, flew too close to the sun. We'll do the pirouette around. We'll do them out of order. Oh, see, right, while it is the little things that kill, sometimes it is the little things that deliver, because that rear end hanging out open air, can we get enough grip from the front end to pull us through? The answer is yes. The answer is most often, with most tires, the lion's share of tires that we test, the answer is no. That is a near perfect pirouette. We got the bumper in a little bit. Didn't snag the rear end. Come around it again. They feel fantastic. No cutbacks. No fallaways. Just excellent. It's so good. They are so precise. Will they clear mud and whatnot as well as a Deep Woods or a Champ? Same tire. Will they clear as well as that? I don't know. I want to say yes, because we've got a lot of void. Just a little bit. Oh man, they are fantastic. These are really fantastic. This is sight unseen on the Enduro, so obviously not tested on the Enduro. The Sixgear is Louise's tusk. It is exceptionally consistent, exceptionally all-rounded. These are fantastic. These are the type of tire that, had I the money, you know, were I not in between my Google checks, straight in the house, order a second set. That good. So far as I can tell, Louise has done it. Louise has made perhaps the perfect canyon trail. It is a cut and siped canyon trail that you take out of the bag, put an insert in it, punch 2 holes in it, and off you pop. How long has it been since we went up soft side? If you're one of those people that watches that sequentially, that 3 seconds right there should have made you go like an instinctive gasp, because it just did it. And we're almost getting to the point where we're used to not seeing it. What is it, everybody? It's a tire with forward drive. Oh, by golly, look at that. Oh. How much bump do you need? Like, these are 20% bumps. Zoop. About halfway up, zoop. We get a little bit of energy return. It gets a little bit of a squirt. There's not a lot of chevron to the shape, but because of the amount of forward drive we can generate, zoom. Oh, you're just blipping the trigger, and away it goes. Okay. You got a double clutch. It's a little bit of a double clutcher. Let's go for a catch. Bow. And now, cyclone. Y'all saw that, right? I can't think of more than once or twice that we've seen a cyclone grab so hard he rolled all the way over. It was like a skate trick. We'll go for cyclone catch. Pop, pop, pop. Okay, too early. If you catch that thing mid-flow, you're gonna catch it too easily. Whoa, okay. It's not a thing where I would deduct, but what it is the whip is almost violent. And I think that your results will undoubtedly vary unless you're running Amazon 105s on element axles with a Sendero body on it. If your offset is more narrow or wider, both from the axle and the hub, is going to really, what's your wheelbase? How much reverse percentage do you have programmed into your speed control? Is going to really determine that level of violence. This combo right here, the baseline combo, is violence, but not enough for me to deduct. Again, I would probably take a part of a point away on the self-right. I might even take part of a point away on the bump, but I would give those points right back for the just absolute murder at Daphne's third. So we sit still with 2 to go at an even 97. I have no anticipation of poor performance here because this was kind of the situation where champs, even big old rowdies, how about pick a line? Pick a line, guy. I really watch closely as well. When we're swinging around that on that face, I want to see, which is something approximating a dirt side hill, how much push in the front end? And there was none. We go up here towards the notch. That was a very quick breach on, get that tire through the groove, pull right up. And once again, the lower level of throttle input you're seeing to complete a maneuver, the better. We got to go really oblique here, get the front end up and over. So we got to try to reverse it, and what we want to try to do is drag it up at an angle, almost just like that. Why do we like slipper clutches? Because if you've got the road grader steering angle and you're doing a tire test, you're going to break something. That slipper clutch has prevented probably 3 breakages today. They don't want to be upside down. We're getting unruly. Can you break over? A belly stuck. Truth be told, despite these guys being solid, the most solid 97, they might actually be better at this. Mixed terrain might be what they're even better at. I said it before, and I'm not afraid to reiterate. I do not hesitate to reiterate. This is Louise's tusk. Having not seen the Enduro other than in a picture, I think the lug spacing on the Enduro is going to be a little bit more towards potentially rock only. Like, it's going to be a little more at the megalithic end and not a little bit more towards the complete all-rounder end. This is the Louise tusk, the Sixgear. It is far too early to say anything ridiculous like these have unseated the Deepwood / Champ, but at first blush, these are truly outstanding. Historically speaking, Louise Supersoft, formerly Durtrex C3, is a compound that has shown to be a no deduction wet. Like, if it scores a 9.7 dry, it's going to score a 9.7 wet. They don't much care wet versus dry, which is just wonderful. I mean, we wish every compound would do it. Sadly, they do not. So right now, the rock is damp, so it's just acting clean, and we can already see that it's just murdering it right in the face. Wetting her down. We'll get a good, I want to see the trickle at the bottom. We'll get a good wet on there. The rocks are thirsty, real thirsty. Seeing a little trickle down at the bottom. Should be more than wet enough. Go towards the easy side. And what I want you to pay attention to, not just no hesitations, but you genuinely can't even tell that I watered it down. It runs exactly the same. Belly involvement. That right there. Let's give it a third pass. Let's give it a third pass. Make sure they're wetted. Doesn't matter. Into your spot. Boom. We do our necessary interpolation because I got to look at other tires in the category. What have other Class 2s done comparatively? Now, do take into account fitted with custom softs, and these tires, I think it is inarguable to say that they agree with those inserts. Stock insert is almost positively not going to do as well. Single stage foam, these on the dual stage are incredibly predictable. So based on that, taking into account that these are fitted with Canyon Customs and that they agree with them exceptionally, this tire is going to move from the, we're doing 97 flat for easy math, 97.7. Why 97.7? Because that puts it right alongside the Mickey Thompson Baja MTZ, the Mickey Thompson, the RC four-wheel drive Baja Claw TTCC, the 1.9 J Concepts Megalithic, and the 1.9 J Concepts Bossman. I would definitely, absolutely, unquestionably put these parallel with the Baja Claw, the MTZ, and the Bossman, and the C1 Megalithic. Like, they are right there. They don't quite have the absolute pull, genuine forward grunt of a C2 Megalithic, but I do think these will look a lot more like a tire. Megalithics are take it or leave. They are the ultimate sacrifice for vanity. They look horrendous. They're Gregarian in their look. But boy, do they go. 22 megalithic, 22 LP megalithic is a weapon. In this, in a proper C2 size, in a 475 standard width, fits an easy to manufacture insert, fits any, there are plenty of dual stage off the shelf inserts on the market. Throw one in there. Try it on the existing foam. Maybe your rig's heavy enough. 97.74. The Louise Sixgear, meaning ties its way in. 97.7 is 10th place on the leaderboard. The Sixgear right into the top 10, and that is the highest scoring Louise or Duratrax, beating out the 22 Deep Woods, the 19 Deep Woods, a variety, the champ. It is indeed real good company to be in. Completely surrounded by X2SS, J Concepts green. And then up above that, you know, you get into the exotic stuff. In terms of a 1.9, it is now like the 4th highest scoring 1.9 Class 2 tire, and earned it. Louise somehow managed to basically perfect the Canyon Trail. It's a perfect Canyon Trail. Has it eliminated the need to order some Canyon Trails, cut half the lugs off, slap them on the wheel of your choice, or go to Jenny's? There'll always be that thing, right? It is a cost-benefit analysis that you're going to have to perform for yourself. These are like $28 a pair, $56 for the set, and then the insert of your choice, unless you're in that rare instance where the included insert works. I think that insert looks more like something that would go in a 5-inch tire, but anyway, we continue. If you can still go on Jenny's RC and order a full set of take-off Canyon Trails for about $25. Then you heat gun them off the plastic wheels, discard the plastic wheels, discard the included foams, cut half the lugs off. You will get to very nearly this level of performance. But how much is that $31-ish worth to you? You literally unbag these, punch 2 holes, and put inserts, mount to wheels, and you're done. No cutting lugs, no baking them off. Will the number of Sixgear ever surpass the number of Canyon Trails in my fleet? Absolutely not. But will I be eyeballing Canyon Trails to purchase in the future, knowing, oh, Louise, I'm directing my voice to the sky. I know you do not dabble in it, but if you should so choose to produce a 2.2 LP tire, this is the one. Make us a 2.2 LP Sixgear. Oh my God. And sell them to us for $28 a pair. I know that part's pipe dream. We'll go as high as 33. The Louise Sixgear, Class 2, super soft compound, 100% recommended. Definitely in the rotation of tires to consider, for sure. Properly good. It is Louise's Tusk. More options is better. Do I like the fact that they cost $3 more a pair than actual Tusks? No, I don't. But variety is the spice of life. So definitely worth checking out. If you're a fan of Canyon Trails at all, it is definitely worth trying a set of these. Thus endeth this Quickview. Thank you so much for joining us here in the Canyon. Questions, comments, concerns in the comment section below. Tune in to see us again real soon. In between now and then, please one and all do your very best. Have a good one, everybody. We will see you again here from the Canyon. Baseline, whatever tire we have on the day. Maybe, if you're lucky, the Spirit of the Forest. We'll all see you again real soon. 97.7 feels like the best day ever.